Now, the past week we've had a lot of wet weather and then we had a great dry spell as well, but we were working at the sheep, dosing, dagging, clipping and tagging. We'll go there first. So it's Monday morning, lovely dry morning, so Barbara's down sorting the sheep out here. We're opening gates, so we'll put the sheep down the field because we have lambs to come up which need dosed, dagged and tagged. Come on girls, let's go girls, come on. On out girls. I'm trying to shield my mic in my hand here so to get the wind noise in it. So this week's forecast is not too bad. Barbara tells me, I haven't looked at it, but dry. I should have stated, but the reason we brought the sheep out of the house was the hang-up clippers are up on the wires where the sheep were, and we need to use them for dagging the lambs, and it's handier when they're up on the wires anyway, where the race is, that you can bring them in and work away. So the sheep are getting freedom for a day there. That's the field of manure went on. The Angus partners put it on there a couple of weeks back. It's nearly disappeared with that shower we had on Tuesday night. So this is the field of ewe lambs here, and we're going to bring these up now. Dose, dag and tag. Way, 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 way. Easy. Good girl. Sit. Little building there's coming on. Look, there's somebody sweeping the leaves up. Morning. It's all right, it is. Barbara's giving me orders, get that bus out of the road, and the bus is not in the way. Morning. I don't know if we can get them all on the bus here or not. Easy now, heel. And I have the Shoestring pack on here, which came from Stock Master. And Barbara's doing a dose with a wormer. This is the multivitamin, and I'm putting a wee dot in their heads, show they're marked in case they get out and mix up with somebody. So, and I will dag them later and tag them, as Barbara has to run here short. That's us. All the labs are done with the multivitamin dose, and then Barbara has done them with the worm dose. So I'm going to bring them in now as Barbara's heading off. and dag them and tag them.
Handy little bit of kit there for the dosing job.
Now, some of these lambs were really dirty. They should have been dosed probably a week or 10 days ago, but the weather was that wet and inclement, and then when the grass is wet, their backsides are usually dirty anyway, so there was a wee bit of unsure would they do for another week, but we should have done them a week or 10 days ago, and it would have been a much cleaner job, this. But anyway, that's my wee electric clipper there. Hangs down. The hand clipper, if you're doing 2 or 3, is all right, but when you go to do 50 or whatever, it takes a lot more grip in your hand to hold that battery powered one, for it's a lot heavier. That's a lot lighter and more maneuverable as well, and smaller. These wee ewe lambs are hard to hold. They just don't want to stand. Would nearly be better putting them up on their back. But anyway, it's working out okay. And when they're all bunching up and rubbing against each other and rubbing that all round their wool, they get dirty looking very quick. But a shower of rain will fix that, but we're not looking for any more rain just at the moment. Let's tidy them up now. I didn't get them tagged last night, so this is the next morning. See where they've rubbed against each other there when they're dirty. Now we're just going to bring our lambs in here and tag them all. I had an ID tag on them, but when we went to put the dog around them to bring them in, isn't there one stuck in the hedge in the wire here with its head through. So usually you lift their 2 front legs and give a pull. That's you, you're going. Mama. Keep going. Mama. Keep going. Not quite, Barbie, once more.
Okay, darling. Here we go. We're nearly there. Give me that sticky bit there. And this one. Oh. Yeah. Good girl. Come on. Oh, good girl. Oh.
So that's that. Operation done. With that very wet weather we had, we didn't get the lambs in to dose. They should have been in a week earlier. And then with the wet rain and the lush grass that we had, we have a lot of dirty backsides. But I have them all clipped yesterday.
Okay.
Here, Jay. Heel. Way, way. Come on, come on. So that's us penned in nicely now. They're fairly tight. And I'll be able to catch them and tag them handily. So this is your ear tags here with my and Barbara's flock number on it. And the individual number of the lamb on the other side of the tab. So they're just little jags that fold over the ear, get your ear, just like piercing your earlobe and push in. Now I'm not a fan of this, I feel it's a bit cruel, but the department, you have to have it done. So this is your tag applicator. You feed your little belt of tags up in like that, and you close the handle down and it snags the tag in through and locks it, and then there's a little razor blade in there, cuts that tag off from the next one. Now this is a multi-tag applicator. You can just have this little pair of pliers that puts each tag in individually and you set it in and do. This is good when you're doing the right ear, but when you're doing the left ear it's not so handy because this all hitting on the sheep's head and awkward. But anyway. In fact, Barbara has it in her hand. That's a little individual.
Now let's see how long it takes us to get across.
Out of the way. Out of the way, lammies. Yes, there's a good lammy there looking up.
Right, will you come behind her?
A little bit.
Am I holding her head or what?
Okay, girl. Let me see that ear. Now there's a wee vein, two wee veins running down there. You need to get that in between. So there you are, one green tag, and the left ear, I took it the wrong way around, the left ear has the yellow tag, which is the chipping. Okay, out of the way, girl. Out of the way, please. There's one there, Barbara. Some soft ears, some hard. These are well done.
Oh, girlies.
She's a graffiti artist.
It's coffee time. Nearly coffee time.
Now just looking around the pen here, what's the conclusion, Barbara?
Lovely little pen of ewe lambs.
Yes, but I mean in the division of them.
More predominantly cheviot than the Belclair. More cheviot. We've had more ewe lambs than ram lambs.
So back down to their paddock again with these girls. Just watch how Jay works without being told.
Walk on, good girl. Come on, girls, walk on. Walk on. Come on, guys, walk on. Here, Jack, come on, good girl. Come on, guys. Come on, guys, walk on. Here, Jack, hey. Good. Good girl, Jack. Come on, guys, walk on. Easy, come on, guys, walk on. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Jay, hey. Good girl. Good girl. You're going too wide on me, Jack.
Now I was just trimming the hedge here up to the top of the field. There's electric wire along here to keep the lambs out of the hedge and the drain. But wasn't there a tail of loose bull wire stuck in the hedge which the lambs must have pulled? And I was just trimming nicely and bang, the windscreen came in round me. But fortunately I had my eyes shut whenever it came in and I didn't get hit with the wire on this occasion. Now there you are, there's the John Deere with the windscreen out of her. And that was just a little job I was doing on my own to tidy that up behind the wire, and then I said I'll get away down to Portaferry because there's a few folk waiting on me down there, and just bang, and that went out. It was just like a gun going off. The piece of wire was about 1.5 feet long. Went out of the end of the rotor shaft, whipped round the head and broke off through my windscreen. So then I spent 2 or 3 hours phoning around trying to get windscreens, and nobody had one, and it ended up that I just phoned my insurance up and they said your glass is covered anyway. So National Windscreens is coming on Friday to put it in. So that's another 3 or 4 days that I've been sitting about instead of out working. But anyway, that's the way it goes with machinery. I've just had a bad run. Now you see that little hole in the perspex there? That is another little bullet hole where a bit of wire went through, and it actually hit me. Yeah, the wire come through that panel down at the bottom of that window. It's perspex, that one, and it hit me in there on the rib. Now I had a jumper on at the time. It's way earlier on in the year, and I had to take it off because I wasn't sure whether it had gone right into me and was inside me, and I took it off and there was just a red mark just where it had hit me. It must have hit and went through my arm and out into behind the seat. Now I'm putting a new set of strings on my double bass because we're doing a little booking at Stormont Buildings this Saturday coming, and the strings haven't been changed for years on this. So this is your thickest string, the E string, low E, and this little bauble at the end threads in down at the bottom here, comes up along and into the winders here. So 4 of those to do. This is the thickest. I have replaced it, actually that's a new one, and this other side is a new one. 2 middle ones to do. Now this is a 3/4 size double bass. The ones that play in the orchestra are full size, 4/4, but it takes a lorry to move them round, and this is a cheap one. That's my pickup there. You plug into your amplifier, it goes on the strings in between there, a wee catch. Just in case you had ever been needing to restring a double bass on the farm, I'm just giving you this little demo. Now these are the machine heads what you twist around and it tightens up your string, so whenever I'm putting the string on to start, they're very, very low geared and slow winding. So I just take this off and put a spanner on here, wick it round a few times to get the tension on it. Then I put the cog back on. But these are cheap old machine heads, they're not great quality. As regards strings, you can pay from 40, 50, 60 pounds for a set of double bass 4 strings, up to 600, 700 even, 733 as you see in the advert here. But I got mine from below the counter at Watson's General Store. So this is my little tuner here plugged in. I have 2 or 3 tuners, but this is one of them. And the lead's going down into the double bass there, where you can tune it. Nearly there, the green light comes on. So that's in tune. Now that's us with our double bass and our new strings on. And playing in front of the fire is not a very good thing, for it heats the whole instrument up and things go out of tune when the temperature changes. So I'll play this for maybe 10 or 15 minutes and that will help bed the strings in, and once they get bedded in, they stay in tune much better. They'll keep stretching and the pitch going down on you at the start. So that's us ready for doing our booking. We are playing with George Jones up at the Stormont Buildings in the Great Hall on Saturday afternoon.